Create a space and a bigger life happens. An extraordinary individual whose innovations have redefined the world of science and technology needs no introduction. Padma-Shri Y.S Rajan, the illustrious professor, scientist, and administrator from ISRO, whose remarkable achievements have brought glory to our nation, was born on 10th April 1943 at Kottayam. He received his master's degree in physics from the University of Bombay in 1964. He started his career as a research scholar at Physical Research Laboratory. He is a Honorary Distinguished Professor in Indian Space Research Organization. He is one of the well-known scientists who have closely worked with Abdul Kalam, former President of India. Y.S. Rajan's association with the Indian Space Research Organization began during its formative years, and he soon became an integral part of the organization. His pioneering work laid the foundation for numerous advancements in space technology, pushing ISRO to the forefront of space research globally. As a visionary leader, Rajan was appointed to several key administrative positions within ISRO. His strategies and dedication to the research and development played a pivotal role in transforming ISRO into a world-class space agency. Under his leadership, ISRO achieved remarkable milestones. Beyond his involvement in space research, Rajan's contribution extended to various other scientific domains. Rajan's dedication to the advancement of science and technology has earned him numerous awards, including the prestigious Padma-Shri, India's fourth highest civilian honor in 2012. His commitment to the nation's progress has been acknowledged on multiple occasions, and his legacy continues to inspire generations of scientists and researchers. Join us in welcoming Padma-Shri Professor Y.S Rajan to MyMike 2023 Season 4 organized by RNSIT MBA.
Good morning, namaskara, namaste. Are you able to, the last rows, are you able to hear? Okay? All right, all right. Okay. I should first thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. Professor Rakesh was especially been almost about 2 months, and I'm glad. And what I find in this is, you are going to have a galaxy of speakers. First there was one person, I don't know how much you have captured. Actually, he is one of the important constitutional authorities written by the Constitution. Many of you will be thinking, oh, Deputy Commissioner, this, that, and all, because that is the basic route in which things start, our administration and all start. But anyway, as far as I am concerned, I never like to be opener. I am down, it is better. So anyway, you are all tuned. I assume so. It's a pleasure to be here. I have done some homework, but be alert. In my talk, I would like it to be a little interactive. So therefore, I will ask you questions, so you have to be alert. The usual one is, come here, think about something, allow the mind to wander, then suddenly somebody starts applauding, hey, what happened? This is what happened. Then you also do, you also laugh, but you don't know what happened. So please don't do that, because this is not untold stories. These are not so bluntly told facts. There are facts are there, but not so bluntly. Be nice to be very nice. We don't tell things bluntly. So I am going to give you some blunt speech for you to understand. Then that will keep me on the toes, because you people may give in the answer and take me in a different direction. But anyway, I am ready. Though I may be expected to talk, you all will be thinking, she showed something, Chandrayaan, this one, that one, etc. You may be thinking that I am going to talk on Chandrayaan or Vision 2020, Abdul Kalam, all that. But I am going to give you completely a different story. But of the whole of India is about the hugeness of a gamut of Indian economy and society, is what you should understand. That is where you are going to operate. So Naturally, I can't give all details. They are all available in books, not only in ours, written by me and Dr. Kalam, and I have written something myself, but also in number of other things which are there. First, I am going to talk in 4 parts. First will be a glimpses of span of Indian economy and society and how the linkages work. Linkages work, that is very important. Second part will be about a fast emerging space technology, a little bit, something new which are coming around, especially with the focus on small satellites. Third part, but not so much talked about crucial, but not so much talked about the area of security. Security is going to be one very, very security means military, police, this one, terrorist operation, so many things, not only just cyber security. So those type of things on which many of you will be contributing and have to contribute. Don't think of it only some IT company and sitting. Even IT companies will get involved in some form. So this is both internal and external. Fourth part will be for your own immediate personal and professional goals. The fifth, I am going to do a little bit of Q&A. I mentioned to Rakesh, so I don't like to give a talk with finish and then go. Because I would have thought of something and then spoken to you, but you will have something in your head. But I would only request during that period, don't talk about why do you grow your beard. There's no relevance to you. Whatever is useful for you, how do you feel with Abdul Kalam? Many books have been written, even mine is there. So ask about something which you think will be useful for your life. Okay, now, have you heard of Indian government banning export of basmati rice? How many of you know? They are all MBA people and all that. Okay, somebody you know. So what is its impact? What is its impact? Come on, have a loud voice, I say. What is its impact? What is India banning basmati rice? What is this? You always think that this country is full of poverty, no food, food is not there, this is to be done. And India banning basmati rice in world forums, they said, God, they were very worried. You know, do you think any of global implications at all? It had a global implication. What is it? India's rice production is so high. And how many of you know about a little bit of how many we produce? Cereals. Then there are so many other things. Cereals, how much we produce, how much rice we produce. Anyone of you know? Many MBA students are here. I was a bit curious, I say. I was asking some MBA students who are around. They don't read economic time, they don't read business standard, they don't read anything. Into business line. You have to learn, not just finish the textbook and then finish off and go. Textbooks are important, but they don't contain current one, they will be obsolete. So you should understand that. But it is very important. I will give you some. Our production is 330.5 MMT, million metric tons, converted and C, every year. Of this, rice production is 135.5 MMT. Wheat, 112.7. Coarse cereals, ragi, begi, etc. 102 you can take. India exports 22 MMT of rice. This is in addition to the free rice given by the central government, 5 to about 800 million people. Central government gives, not just minimum state government. They are all, most state government done with the 5 kg. Okay. In addition, there is a storage. How many of you know FCI? Can you anybody expand FCI? FCI. Come on. I heard somebody trying to attempt to say something. FCI. Okay. Somebody said. Food Corporation of India. It has about 41 MP as of July 2023. stock. Why do they keep the stock? Disaster prone, you have to give free. Then there are some items in which the prices go up so much, you release something. The demand and supply business. These are all coming from simple of the economics which you study. So these are the things, and therefore in this, you know what it is? 40% of, mark this, 40% of the total global export in rice, India does. You have ever thought of it? 40% of the global one is some 55.6. Okay? Naturally, when the 40% fellows, they say, I am not exporting, you imagine, Indians in USA and all were rushing to the stall to stock their rice. Because the mall said, we will be out of stock. And Indian export is not only for those countries, Saudi Arabia and all, African countries, 60% of them depend upon Indian rice. Okay? Just imagine, that is the extent of, because you always think in terms of India is a poor country. Because the newspapers, they need their own spice. Oh, this one, that one, etc. Facts are, that is why I said, often not told facts. So you should understand that. Then I won't get more details. Try to find out. In Google, a lot of good things are available. At the same time, don't go only by the top one. The top one in the Google means more seen, that is all. That need not necessarily be correct. So you have to do many other things and then keep it. Wikipedia also sometimes are wrong, but they are all useful. Okay? You do that. We had how India has come. In 1960, when I was even slightly below your age, we were having such a severe, we were not having enough rice. We were not having enough gehu. We were having imported American one will come. Of course, we purchased it. Horrible things will be there. So from that to green revolution to so many things will come. Now fertilizer, nutrient, it didn't come only by seeds. It doesn't come only by agricultural science. Water, fertilizer, nutrients, mechanized farms, new irrigation system, better transport, farm produce, so many things. Why I am mentioning this? All that chain is necessary. You all should be looking for jobs in many of those chains. Mahindra does so much of Mahindra, you don't know. You know only the car. They do a large number of, I think 30-40% of the tractors are done there. Also foreign companies are putting on John Deere. Okay? So many of them are huge paying jobs. Don't think that it is only done by some farmers, Matti Mein Kiya, because some of the movies which are shown, beautiful done, but they will be showing some 100 years old story of India, where ye Mati Sabhi ki kahani sunegi, like that they will be taking all that, and then somebody ploughing, some woman ploughing. In Mother India they will show that, Nargis ploughing. So that one somebody will repeat. But India is now a lot of mechanization. Even now, 2-3 days ago, if you have seen, government has committed for much more of mechanization for our farmers, plus drones, etc., etc. In addition to these, cottons, other things are available. They are all called commercial crops. I didn't say it. They give a lot of money. Horticulture, vegetable, etc., etc. Then, animal husbandry, fisheries also are counted in chicken, bacon, etc. Eggs. You all need to understand the real growth and development is due to creation of wealth. How many of you know GDP? Hey Baba, in MBA institution, now I will ask somebody to define a GDP. Come on, somebody get up and then tell what a GDP is. Expand it first. Gross domestic product. What is it? Can you just say slightly more? Let me tell you, I purchased something, equipment, for 1 crore. But it is not in a, I cut it in the crate, etc., but it is not in a very excellent shape to put it on directly on sale. So I have to do so many things. Then I sell it at 1.2 crore. What is the contribution to GDP which I have done? You know? Come on. Think of it. It's a problem which I have given to you, you think of it because you are not replied. So, anything that is called that what I did is called value addition. Your potato in the field is dirty fellow. It will be about 2 rupees or 3 rupees a kilo. Cleaned up and then selected, then it becomes 10 rupees or 15 rupees. Then when it is cut nicely into wafers and other thing, it becomes the same 1 kg becomes something like 100 to 150. Of course, there are so many other things added. These are all value additions. So that is why your teachers, you see the textbook is so much only, but you pay so much fees. Why? The value addition of teaching what is there in the textbook into a knowledge base which you give through the pedagogic skill, that is the value addition done by the teachers. That is why they get paid. Otherwise, no. Book is only that much. Okay, I won't expand on it. See, you need to do, but all these are not done in one. Your potato chip means so many other technologies, businesses are coming. So, chains, cluster is what I will keep on doing. Even space, that thing fellow went, it will be 1,000 things in the input stream, 1,000 in the output. Otherwise, you don't come. See, this you have to remember. Please read in my website, many colleges and other things I have given. Most of you, I have requested Rakesh sir to tell all of you, but most of the Indian students come to these places like a marriage party or a cinema. You would not have worked out. See it, because I have told quite a few things which will be of use to you. Success in agriculture is also dependent upon manufacturing. Produce, transport, equipment, etc., etc. Delivery of these services sector. Your Amazon to this one, to that one, to Flipkart, anywhere what you do is this thing. What are they called? Gig workers. They are all contributing to the economy. They use ICTs and GPS. So imagine that many things like Google Pay, it has completely transformed payment. Otherwise, so taking this one, I had to go and get a cash, I had to give a check. Then FASTag, you think that is a nuisance in this one. From things get produced, the trucks when they come, they will be stopped in a toll gate. Now, many of them have cut down their travel time by 1/3. Okay, so these are all, so how the confluence of many technologies is what you have to do. Now, hugeness of Indian manufacturing, I am going to give you very quickly. 16 to 70% of our GDP, employs 20% of our workforce. Today is a Vishwakarma Day. Skill, it is their skills, most of them. Not necessarily MBAs, not necessarily engineers, but variety of other skills. Then, how many workers? 20% means, doesn't mean 27.3 million. Passenger car export in India, 5.7 lakhs. Then every year, commercial vehicles, about close to 9 lakhs. Not 9 lakhs, close to a lakh. Two-wheelers, about 4.4 million. Production. Annual production is 22 million. Two-wheelers, this one is, I said, is export, 4 million. Annual production of all of them, 22.9 million. Okay. This is the type of thing. Indian laptop manufacturer, 8 billion, that is equivalent to 65,000 crore rupees. So you got to imagine this dimension. So that is where, that is the economy and society you are going to be in. You will get opportunities in it. At the same time, you will also contribute to them. Okay? So, head count of employees in top 10 companies, 18 lakhs. But there is a caveat. Last year to this, they have taken only 100 more. Why? That means you won't get job, you will get job. The fellows who are not upskilled themselves, many of them, they will be throwing away. In addition, it is not only the top 10, there are so many others who are there. So many others who are, you can have a job. And now, what are the things? It is almost available in every sector, uses variety of knowledges. Banks, media, hospitals, health delivery, mobiles. Most of you would get a good paying job if you can fit into the chain. Sometimes when you see, I don't know whether you, I'm sure that you people will be seeing those, many of those, these movies, serials, etc. Advertisements come on the way. Of course, some of you would have taken advertisement free and paid more, but the advertisement come on the way, very, very nice. How can you get a good paying job? It will come. Then there are 2 girls and 1 boy. What is it? It is not just by one skill alone. Then there will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to have multiple skills which can fit into one of those chains. Then they will take you. You will be surprised, somebody who didn't do great, but they have got a plum job. Because they have, in addition to the good degrees and performance, they also have the one who can fit in. It's not just social skill, etc., etc. There is also one of you. Okay? Now let me leave this fascinating field. The expanse of India in agriculture, services sector, I have told you. That is the one in which you will play a role. Some of you may make breakthroughs in it. How many of you have heard of, now I am going to satellites, part 2. How many of you heard about pico, nano, micro satellites? Don't think only of Chandrayaan. Chandrayaan is great, but how many of you heard pico, nano, micro? At least you know what pico means. Anybody knows pico? Anybody knows micro? Micrometer, micro. Micro is 10 raised to minus 6. I hope that you know what is minus 6. 10 raised to minus 6 means. Okay, it looks like that. For you, these are all new words. This is all done in your school education. Okay? Then, how many of you heard about Starlink, OneWeb, etc.? Have you heard about it? No. Go, you will find out what a Starlink is. How many of you heard about Elon Musk? Oh, that is because of his Twitter or something else? Other than the Twitter, which he made it to the X Factor, anything on Elon Musk? SpaceX. He is linked to Starlink. He owns, mind you, he owns more number of satellites for his company, personal, this one, than all the other countries put together, including US government. That's the type of entrepreneur he is. On one side, you have launch vehicles like our own Bahubali, many in the USA, China, etc. There are also small satellites. There are some Indian students have sent satellites. It may belong to the micro, nano, etc., etc. Do you know how many numbers so far? Any? They are not sent at all. Suppose you say they are not sent at all. How many will raise the hand? Yes, they are sent, but some number. So 9. So that means both count. Knowledge is 0. Okay, doesn't matter. Go and find out. It's around 11. But it is much, much, much more going to come in the coming years. From 75 are going to go. Done by Indian students in different colleges. Don't think it is only IITs. Ordinary colleges spread around all over India. Okay? Now, why these small satellites? Big satellites will be good, no? Is it small satellites because India is a poor country? Arey Baba. Small is beautiful. It's because there is a geosynchronous 36,000. Then there is 1 over r squared law working. Any one of you have learned, at least in school, you would have learned 1 over r squared law. The light from there, when it falls here, 1 over r squared. Okay, anyway, I think you are not thinking of it. So if you have it nearby, the power is more. But the problem is nature doesn't give anything. There it is geostationary. Antenna need not go. Your household, you have a star TV and all that stuff. You are doing it at Tata Sky, you do like that. But here it will move. But this is required because we need more. Thanks to now, long ago, not too long ago, I have seen through all the space. We were not having telephone calls. The SLV-3 which Dr. Kalam launched, at that time we cannot even put a trunk call. You have to wait, it is an atrocious thing. In one of the Hyderabad, IIT Hyderabad has spoken, then the director has told how as a PhD student he has to go all the way from IIT to GPO to make one call. He told it as an intermediate thing. Now we have got more than 300 channels. All these are due to satellites and fiber optics. Many millions more of mobiles you are seeing. You may be having a binge cinema. Oh, I have paid this up to by 12 o'clock this will be over. Many of you waste your time and do it. So all this require more and more bit rates, more and more power. That is why the small satellites. But nature doesn't give easily. The satellite goes like this, 1.5 hours. Then by the time it comes back, Earth has moved. The Earth is rotating. So there will be some 2,000 kilometers. So to fill that, they will put other fellows. So your GPS and all work to that only. So this one doesn't come by itself. Most advanced technologies of phase array antenna, computers, etc. And this is going to have from 4G to 5G, it going even beyond. You will all have a lot of rates, bit rates in which it is to be done not only for your entertainment but also for military operations. So what happens? There was a time when 2G was more than adequate. 3G is not enough. 4G. You know, there is a saying, I hope that you know that part of the Hindi. Edil mange more. We always want more. So that can be done by this. So now I am not going to tell much more, but the thing is, all these delay get involved. You people can have lot of things in the downstream industry. You don't have to make a satellite. You don't have to build it. You don't have to give it to somebody. But the downstream activity is where the paisa is. That's what I told about the value addition. If you add more value, you get more money. The boys who deliver, the gig workers, I don't know whether you talk to them, how much money they get. Per piece, how much they deliver is what they get the money. I talk to how much you get, what it is, how many you can do per day. They can do about 40 per day. If somebody does 50 per day, he gets more money. So in every item it is like this. So new areas of the space or new to ground optimization, and then I don't want to tell more, except pointing out that the government has opened it to private sector. There are so many companies which have already come, 150 companies have come, including foreign ones. Many of you would like to know, I will go to a foreign company. Yes, they pay better. So you go there. Tatas, do you know the Tata Sky fellows who do? Earlier they had to borrow, they had to pay rent to the ISRO satellite. Now they are owning their own satellite. It was launched a few days ago. Then comes to, I am going to the third sector, security. Security, you are going to have with you all these problems of terrorism, this one, that one, cross-border terrorism is going to be there. It was there before, don't think it was not there before, but speed with which it was doing was less. They were doing with sword, they were doing with something, crude bombs, then they had AK-44, like this. But these things, you have to be in a continuous state of alert. From that to cross-border. In this space technology, to so many other things come. Many of you will have to look for, I am telling this also for girls. Don't think that it is only these boys. Because many of you think that military means having gun and then be ready to die. Yes, there are fellows who are doing that, they are very vital, very important. They are great people, men and women who are there. But in addition, there is a lot of downstream in the things, which will be image processing, to this one, to communication handling, logistic handling, etc. So you have to be aware of it and then be there. I don't want to, because the organizers wanted to have some little bit of whether I can eat into my time. So I'm eating into my time. So defense PSUs, HAL, it's not only them, there are so many private sector are going to come. India is currently the biggest importer of defense. Is something not to be happy about. And because it also gives you are not, it is not for the Atmanirbhar for this alone, prestige alone. It doesn't give you that much security. The other fellow who gives equipment may leak out to somebody else of your enemy who is also who gives more money. Therefore, we need it, and a lot of companies are coming in India. They are a great opportunity for you, those industries. So that is okay. Now I am coming to the fourth. I am not going more about the difference, but look at it as exceedingly good career opportunities for many of the downstream. It is not merely agri-weeds. Agri-weeds is very great, but there are so many things. Now I have come to personal and professional. I have dealt with it in some detail in some of my talks. Very detailed, personal. What is JNCU, not JNU. Jananayak Chandrasekhar University, Balia. I went there very recently, about 3-4 months ago. That whole text is there in my website. Look at it because I have talked primarily on that. Then there are a few other things. First and foremost, I am going to give only a glimpse here. First and foremost, you have to take care of your body and mind. How many of you want to be happy, enjoy life? So come on, raise hand. Hey, nobody wants to enjoy life. How many of you? How many of you don't want to enjoy? Re Baba, ho gaya. How many of you? Is there anybody who says, I don't want to have a good life? So all of you, those who raised hand were honest. Others were thinking that whether they should do or not. Yes, you should enjoy life. You should have a happy life. When I was born, 32 years was average. Now it is 70 point. You fellows were born when it is average is 70 point. Now after 32, average, I have now come up to 80. You chaps will go very close to 100. All that you have to have it very nicely. How do you do it? First and foremost, you should not die. Pothole, this one, I want to do this, that type of, and then seeing this thing in a junction, the fellow will be seeing WhatsApp there, he push it and then goes a two-wheeler. Sure, recipe. You see the deaths of India and the road accident, about 80% of the young people. Horrible. And then 80% the young people death. Something I heard a statistic, something like 800 or so all over India. Bengaluru itself is quite high there. Now, those who are maimed will be 5 times more. They are gone. My wife used to say, the fellows who die, all right, at least they will give unhappiness to their mother and wife. But those who are maimed, you are going to your life burden. So, first don't risk your life unnecessarily. To enjoy life, you have to. Then I am going to do 3. I have explained it in great detail. Abuse, disuse, misuse. Do you know the difference between them? Use is common. Abuse means go beyond what is not supposed to be. Unnecessary exercise beyond the point is abuse. We lost some of our best actors and others because they thought they will be doing this and then they will go to sauna bath, and it's not what the body is meant for. Don't do that. abuse, and it applies to so many other things. Then it's for the mind also. Keep on doing, only 4 hours sleep, enough, because I am having this film, that one is there, etc., etc. Don't sleep. Sleep deficit to that point is an abuse of your mind and body. I won't give more examples, I have given many there. Disuse is something not done. Aram se I am sitting at home, sitting or doing in the class also, no exercise, no this thing. That is disuse. Equally bad. Fellows won't even bend. Misuse is something what is not supposed to be. Your neck is supposed to be, spine cord is supposed to be straight. That's how nature has done it. Almost everything they will say straight. Most exercises they will tell you straight. Yoga they will tell you straight. But how most of you do? Your neck, you do the calculation of the vector. Horrible. You won't know it now. You will do it when 10, 15 years later, this part of it will be gone, spine will be gone, and then you can likely to have a paralysis. God forbid, I hope that you don't have it, but most of the young people are going to have this problem. They put earphone, boom, that is abuse. This is misuse. Then slouch. These are all things which should not be done, for which body is not made. Same thing about the mind. Okay? I will tell some more sleepless and etc. I have already told. Now I will come to professional. Okay? Fit into the supply chain. I told you the supply chain. I told you about the thing. How will you get a plum job? You see that fellow, give some 4, 5. That advertisement is very often. Fit into a supply chain, and you have to be industry ready. What they do, it may be in finance. Don't think I am telling only in engineering. It may be in finance, it may be in accounting, it may be in something, it may be in English too. It may be in psychology. So many other things. What they want. The industries are recruiting quite a few people on psychology. They need counselors because these young fellows, they stress themselves. Then they have to see all that. So don't think of only top IT companies, USA job, ISRO job, DRDO. You have got, these are all imaginary. You have got a whole spectrum in your, this one, equally well paid. And many of them you may even be able to go up. If you get one of the other thing, I am not saying don't go to the top IT. Get it, fine. You go to USA a job, fine. Singapore a job, fine. As I have briefly pointed out in the earlier part of my talk, there are hundreds of new areas which are before you. Hundreds, in fact thousands will be connecting to you. If you prepare yourself for that. Oh, I passed, I got a distinction and gold medal. They will say, I respect you, Baba, but can you do something? I have seen many people who are having gold medalists, they are only roto, and write an exam. I am not decrying you, but when it comes, they fail. They are taken, after some time, they will put in one corner. You should be industry ready, be ready. In terms of right skilling, carefully tailoring your CV. Many of them write a CV and I advise quite a few of them. Oh, I want to have the most challenging job. Challenging things, they are not even defined. Arey Baba, why should I told them, why should you have challenging job here? What are you contributing to that company? Otherwise I don't want. Then they will think, this fellow will think everything is no challenge, will not do work. So you have to tailor it, but don't do it truthfully. And sometimes covering letter becomes very important. I am telling you, not only here, even in USA, the fellows in many personal, I keep reading quite a few of them. Then there are lot of value additions, which are all there. Infrastructure, roads, variety of them. AI is coming. It will displace some people who are not prepared, including in teaching profession. It's going to be. Don't say, oh, it should not be there. How much often you will keep it? No, don't do it. But there are problems with it. How many of you have played with Chat GPT or something like that? How many of you played? Huh? Only 4 or 5. Good. Play around with it because very important. These things are going to be there. Other than the areas, delivery, this one, AI applications are going to come. Large language LLM is what they say. Cyber forensic, ICT companies, advertising, retail, delivery, infrastructure, roads, railway, automobile and agriculture. Can I see that? Can you show that one small video clip I have?
לשאלתך לפני כן, כוח מוטוענית המדפסת זו בתאי גזע שאנחנו יודעים למיין לשריר ולשומן, והיא יודעת להדפיס טונות ביום. טונות של בשר מתורבת ביום. זה רק לשם ההמחשה, אתה תוכל לבחור את הסטייק שלך, והמדפסת תתחיל לשחרר סטייקים בקצב תעשייתי. סירליון, לא יודע אם אתה אוהב יותר שומן או פחות שומן. באמצע, view order, slide to print. ופה בעצם המדפסת מתחילה לייצר סטייקים. סטייקים, הייחודיות פה היא שתאי הגזע נשארים חיים אחרי שהם מודפסים. סטייק יהיה מוכן בסביב הדקה. דקה. השלב פה הוא שווה ערך לשלב שבו הפרה נולדת בעצם. הפרה לוקח 2 עד שהיא נשחטת, היא מזהמת את העולם בתהליך. פה זה תהליך שהוא הרבה יותר קצר.
בלי שטח, בלי מים ובלי
בלי שטח, בלי מים, בלי חתימה פחמנית. בלי פלטות ובלי כלום.
איפה הסטייק?
הסטייק עכשיו מודפס, ועכשיו אנחנו נעבור
זה המקדונלדס של העתיד.
כן, זה המקדונלדס, זו הקצבייה והמשחטה של העתיד.
פאסט פוד.
וההפתעה פה בעצם, אנחנו משיקים היום גם את המדפסת הזו שהיא סמי תעשייתית. ובואו נעבור למדפסת השנייה, שזה השקה העולמית שלנו, שמדפיסה דג. פה זו מדפסת שמדפיסה מוצר שהוא מוכן לטיגון, מה שנקרא ready to cook. מכיל תאים אמיתיים, אנחנו מדפיסים פה בעצם פילה לוקוס. אין עוד חברה שיודעת לעשות דבר כזה. מכיל תאים אמיתיים, כ3 דקות להדפסה. לוקוס עם טקסטורה מורכבת. אפשר לסגור אותה ונראה לכם כבר זה מוכן. תן לה להדפיס, ככה זה נראה. ואנחנו נטעם את זה עוד רגע. פילה לוקוס מתורבת, שהוא נתפס בלי בעצם משתמש ברצף. זה מוכן עכשיו. פעם ראשונה בעולם שדבר כזה קורה. אני אומר ככה.
Atta is done one of the biggest company. Do you know that? One of India's biggest company. Ashirwad Atta. If you don't get Ashirwad Atta, many of you won't buy. And then there, what all value additions they do. Gluten free, this one free, that one free, maida free. Some added. So many added. Storage, waste management of all sorts. Wastewater recycling. Don't think that you are all this AI and cyber and other things, data centers, or be, oh nice, air-conditioned room. You are in air-conditioned room. But the data center there, those systems consume a huge amount of water. One small data storage, reasonable one, there will be some hundreds of them. One of it consumes about 10,000 families worth water. You know how much you consume water per day. So wastewater recycling will become must. Industrial waste, wastewater reduction, environmental restoration. Climate change is not enough. There are so many other things are there. Not just forestry alone. Cleaning up this one, irrigation, big size to drip irrigation. In that, it's going to come in including in apartments. People would like to have a drip irrigation for their things instead of going and putting water. Then whole range of health sector. I not even touched it. Huge. You know, at the time of independence, in the delivery, how many women were dying? Women, our own women, Indian women. 2,000 per 1 lakh. 2,000 per 1 lakh. It's not a very ordinary thing. Now it has come down to 97. It will go down. Children, something like 400 or 500 born within this one will die out of 1 lakh. Live born. Now it has come down very low, 25 or so. So, health sector, these things are tremendously this one, not just doctors alone. Don't think only of NEET exams. There are pharma, this one, telemedicine, retail, space and defense industry, then direct jobs, defense and security services, and you see your business profile of India and such more. That is all. Now, I still have got some time. That thing that doesn't come, is it? That did? Hello? Loaded it? Okay. In the meanwhile, they are loaded it. Come, it is only 2 minutes. Very interesting. That's why I am wanting to show. Now, any question anybody wants to say? Yeah, please. Yeah. If you want to come here. Quick. Good. First you should applaud because you are bold. As I said, I will be afraid to be an opener. But anyway, she is going to be opener. Come on, ask your question.
What are your first thoughts that pop-ups your mind when you wake up?
It depends. Okay? One, what it would have been when I was your age, I don't know. I don't remember. So I can tell only now. But what my first thoughts will be, what I plan to do that day. Is all cycled. Then what I plan to do in subsequent days. That is the one which will pop up because I need to do that. Because it is a structured mind in which you have to do. This one is agriculture. On one side agriculture, fishing or other stake animals is not killed, it is not grown. It is done from biotechnology, from cells. But all that, Arey Baba, you wait, I will show. It is on a semi-production level. Now this fellow will become a big company. And see this. One side is manufacturing, other side is he is selecting. This, that's the future. Don't think it is going to be another 20 years from now. In another 4 or 5 years, many of these things will come. Where McDonald's will be, in fact, that person he tells in between, the future of the McDonald's, future of similar things from India. Vegetarian things, they don't still do it, but they can do it. It's very easy. Which you want, you may even do dosas. Because he did so many operations he is doing and ready in one place. So these are the type of marvels which are coming. So what I talked, you were thinking that I got this. I thought I will show you. Any one more question? So Rakesh sir wants me to come quickly. Both turn out to be women. I think men are little afraid, but they think that the girls will tease them if they didn't ask the right question. Come on, quick, fast. Well, I have just taken some time from Rakesh sir. Okay, now go over. With this will be over. Come on, talk to me. When you want to read it, tell it. Read it means, no, it is not from your mind. Whatever language you want to tell it in Kannada, you tell it.
Dr. Kalam, you have imagined India as a superpower by 2020, but we still have not crossed the finish line. So according to you...
This is where you read that, this one which I have got, question and answers of my tries with India, this one. My tries with India, science and technology. Y.S. Rajan, my tries with India, science and technology. There are questions are asked. There is nothing finished line. Answered the question in the field. There's nothing, it's not a running race, okay? And then what is Vision 2020, what is achieved, etc. Siddha Ganga Institute, about 2-3 years are made. You are not seeing the YouTube, you are not seeing any of it. Just suddenly, this. This is not Chattam, this is not. Okay? Anyway, think about it. 2 prepare yourself for everything. If you go and do an interview like this, they will think that this lady is not married. Okay? But it doesn't mean chastising of that, but all it applies to most of you. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you all. Think about a very big India in which you are already are. You will make it bigger, in which you will have a lot of participation, and you will do. Like that, it doesn't have to be done in Israel alone. You people, many of you will be doing many things like this in other sectors too. Thank you.
A thunderous applause to Padma-Shri Professor Y.S Rajan for this incredible life that he has led and has inspired people across the world in his areas. And if you have observed his speech, it has spanned across